my god, that was so much faster than I thought. Welcome, everyone. To the Lost Steps. Yeah, it's true. Lost Steps of Phandelver. I hope that everyone had a really good week. And, yeah. Hi. So.
Hello.
Hello. From the gutter.
It has been a week in the month. Well, the last week of the month.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
May Day.
You caught me off guard. That was great. All right. At a gathering hosted by the Croc Boss, our adventurers observe unexpected familiar faces and overhear stories about vanishing people, secret meetings, powerful wizards, and a spirit that potentially haunts any bag of holding. As Oliva converses with her old instructor, D1, through the eyes of Rummy, checks in on Fyeth Shadestone, who was left at the dockhouse, unknowingly holding on to the amulet of Athazar. Fyeth, confused, discloses to Rummy that he's hearing voices, and suddenly throws a small object, teleporting Rummy to an unknown cave. Concerned that they no longer have a visual on the amulet, D1 informs the rest of the group, and Brandy and Oliva offer to head out to investigate. Witnessing Fyeth dive into the ocean, Brandy follows, catching up to him and retrieving the bag containing the amulet, as Fyeth instantly comes to and falls unconscious underwater. Oliva, up on the dock, spots a strange figure wearing a gold sash watching her, then quickly dashes off as she turns around, and Brandy manages to surface with the waterlogged Fyeth, unconscious and not breathing. And that's where we're going to begin this evening.
It rhymed. You made a rhyme.
I forgot about the almost dead guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think that I had saved that man.
Yeah,
I thought he had been deceased.
Decision.
Yeah, so if you remember last week, so you rolled like a champ, Brandy, and I think you rolled a natural 20. You found a loop on his boot that was just convenient, like perfectly convenient, and you found yourself caught in a kind of an undercurrent that swept you up and out of that ravine, that underwater ravine, and out into shallower water, pretty much within an instant.
Wow.
Kind of giving you a lot of time, to kind of get there with your companion or rather your waterlogged friend who you bring up onto the dock. And as you do, let me get the music right first, because you're gonna have to
Waterlogged friend. We call those floaters.
Sorry. This always happens, and I every week I'm like, I'm gonna fix it, and then I never fix it. It's so funny. All right.
Should there be any music yet?
There is actually right now playing. If you
Oh,
should
what the
hear
heck?
it.
I don't hear
Oh,
it.
so up in your taskbar, there should be a little bubble that looks like a fader, like a right and left fader. If you right click on that, it'll ask you if you want to enable your sound. Go ahead and enable your sound. Roll20 is weird, and you need to be able to do that in order to hear it.
Okay.
This is perfect, actually, because I didn't have my music queued up, and I am sorry for that.
Are you using Opera, Jen?
I was, but then it made me so frustrated I switched to Firefox, and now I'm equally as frustrated.
Oh, God.
Well, I thought maybe it was a problem with Opera, so I got out of it.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, yeah. I'll see, if I can, help out with that at some point.
Well, now I hear music,
Fine,
so I don't know what
Firefox is the greatest.
Yeah, Firefox is a good option, honestly.
I hear music now, and I did nothing, so I don't know what. It just decided to work.
Oh, weird. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna complain. That's good.
Yeah, neither.
Technology.
Oh man. All right. That's okay. So be. Just really weird. Okay. Okay. So we are. At the docks. Brandy, you kind of find your way up onto the docks here, onto the wood of the docks here, and to your right, and I should have put this in before. I'm really sorry that I did not, because I should have, and yeah.
Who do we keep losing on Discord?
I don't hear the disconnect, actually.
Oh God, is it me?
Are we losing you?
Oh no.
I don't know. Like I've heard the disconnect noise 2 or 3 times.
Oh, weird. I haven't heard it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay. Brandy, as you crawl back up onto the docks, you notice there is a little dinghy that's sitting next to the docks. It was there before. You just didn't see it because I didn't have it on the map.
You didn't roll high enough.
It's true.
That's not true. I always roll high enough.
Yeah, it's true. She does always roll high enough.
My bad.
And you bring Fayeth up onto the dock here,
Yes.
kind of onto his back, and you can see he's not breathing. He is kind of blue, like a blue tint to his skin, his face. His lips are blue.
Would it lose her?
Yeah, Aliva, you notice as you look back, kind of in the direction that you were looking before. There is no one is looking, observing your position any longer. From what you can tell, the person that was at that particular spot that you were looking at before, they're gone. They must have scurried off when you were made your way to the dock here. But you are, the 3 of you are here, and I'll go ahead and open the floor. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think I would look up at Aliva and be like, "I'll do CPR, but I'm not putting my mouth on his."
Yeah.
Don't blame you. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I probably just nod because I also don't want to put my mouth anywhere near Wyatt.
Sure.
So, but I would still be kind of glancing around and also probably. I took it back. I'd probably pat him down to see if I could find a handy first and foremost. Like if it's on.
Yeah.
Anything obvious on him, sure.
Absolutely. I would say, are you both doing this?
Well, I think I would listen for if she's looking for items to steal. I know this man ain't got nothing to steal. He's a joke. But I would be listening for a heart rate, maybe.
Okay, this is perfect. Brandy, you roll me a medicine check, and if you would roll me a perception check, please, or actually an investigation check. Sorry.
Investigation. Okay.
Yeah. Do a little differently just to see.
Oh, hold on. Did it work?
Yeah, it did. So it looks like a 10 medicine check and a 13 investigation. So, Brandy, you begin to kind of look around for a pulse. You touch his neck and down onto his wrist, and there doesn't seem to be one, from what you can tell here. At least in the moment, you're pretty shaken up. You're both dripping full of water. There's suspicious sounds actually that you all hear, kind of coming from the bag that's now kind of sitting next to you on the wood of the docks.
Oh, sure.
Still tied up. The top's still tied up, but it's a bag of gems with the amulet inside that you remember D1 handing to Fayeth. Aliva, as you ruffle around through the various different garments and stuff that he has on him, there is a little sack kind of hung on his belt to the right. It's got a couple of ties on it. From what you can tell, it seems like there's probably a little bit of coin in there, but doesn't seem to be anything else on him from what you can tell.
Does Brandy kind of say out loud that she can't really feel a pulse, or do I feel that from her? thoughts?
That's up to Brandy. Yeah.
I feel like I would voice it out loud. Like, listen, I ain't gotten a pulse yet from this guy.
Yeah, then I take the coins without hesitation.
Yeah, you got it, Aliva. You take the coins right off of his belt.
Mostly, I'm disappointed that I'm not finding anything helpful as to why this happened. Any kind of wounds or things like that on him?
I'm sorry?
Any more of an explanation, like wounds on him or something more insightful?
This is perfect. Good question. I will say this. You notice a couple of really deep scratches on his right calf, on his leg. They look like they are pretty new, from what you can tell. And you can tell they're like he has bandages around it. As you kind of lift it up there, you can see that they're pretty deep scratches here. He never gave off any impression that he was injured or hurt or anything like that. I forgot to tell you this too. He does also have a potion of healing on his side as well, which he took from before.
I feel like I would. I mean, now that I've rescued him, try and get him to be alive again. So, I mean, if I think of potion of healing and maybe some mild chest compressions.
Yeah, you can definitely try to do that if you want to, Brandy.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So the sword's still out, and while though she's giving that potion, I'd be like, as soon as you give it to him, let's move away from the water.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you got it. All right, Brandy. I will say, you're gonna give him the potion.
Yeah, I'll give him the potion.
Okay.
First and see what that does, and then if it's not kickstarting anything, I think I would start chest compressions.
Yeah. So from your man, I probably shouldn't because we're gonna carry your 10 over. You know what? 10 is good. 10's a good number. You would know enough, Brandy, to know that you should probably get the water out of him as best as you can before you put the potion in. So I would say
put him on his side and start.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Roll a. Oh God, I don't even know if rolling is necessary. You roll him on his side, and let me roll actually for. Oh my God, he rolls super high. This guy
doesn't want to live, or he does want to live. Oh, that's good.
Brandy, you for a moment, you turn him over and you see like a little bit of water come out of his mouth there. You kind of give him a little pat on the back. Some of the water begins to trickle out, and you see a lot more seawater leave his body than you would expect. If you want to kind of administer the potion of healing to him.
Yeah.
Just running around like Looney Tunes. Yeah. And so you kind of like lay him back on his back and pour the little bit of the potion of healing in, and you can see almost instantly like there's a sparkle, kind of like a blue light aura that kind of sheens over his body very quickly before he kind of begins to move around just a bit. His fingers, you can see, begin to move, and he starts to change. His skin begins to change once more from this person that you see on the ground that you've never actually seen before in a true form to back to an old man with the bristly kind of beard, unshaved, unkept beard kind of pieces coming out and weird patches over his face. And you see the same scar over his left eyebrow that you noticed before. It kind of reappears, and you can see the color kind of come back into this man's skin as he kind of comes to and looks up, kind of up in your direction.
Well, not completely useless. We need to get away from the water, though.
He looks around. What? Like spits out water. Looks down, looks over beside him at you, Brandy, and looks over to Leva, and over at the water, at the water's edge, and looks down and sees the pouch, the coin pouch there. And he kind of like looks back up at you, Brandy, with bigger eyes, and he begins to kind of like move away from the pouch.
That's valid. Probably a valid reaction. I think I would. I would pick the pouch up, and then just say like, I would start moving away and be like, "Hey, we need to get away from the water." But also, what the fuck happened?
Listen, I don't know what your party is playing at here, but I want no part of it. None. Take that bag and be gone with it.
What did the bag ever do to you?
That evil. What evil do you have? He like clearly doesn't want anything to do with the bag as he kind of pushes himself further from you, Brandy. Kind of makes his way, which I guess this doesn't. Kind of begins to kind of move off the dock.
Yeah.
Like by Aliva.
Can I roll for intimidation? Because I'm going to try to stop it.
Sure. Yes, absolutely you can. Yep.
At this point, I'm just saying, you're wasting our time. She asked you a question. Answer it.
Roll an intimidation check for me, Aliva.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's 21.
Ooh.
He sits back down on the dock in front of you, Aliva. He like holds his chest. What do you want to know?
What happened? Since we last saw you, why are you in the water? Who attacked you? Where's... Looks at Brandy. Rummy.
I'll tell you. That little construct is quite evil. It told me to send it far away and run to the edge of the dock and dive into the water and take this bag down to the depths.
I mean, that little shark told you to do that? He's got arms for fins. Like, he's fine.
He was in my mind. He knew things about
the little shark.
The little shark, yeah.
Were you drinking in that hut?
Well, yeah, but
Were you drinking a lot?
I don't. No, listen. This was different. This I had nothing but motivation. I was promised
And liquor.
great power
From the shark?
from the shark. Listen, I gotta get out of here.
I don't think he can talk, okay?
He was in my head.
He's a nice guy.
Okay, so say that we believe you, and we don't. But say that we do. What happened then?
I was
Yeah, what was the goal?
I was shown a ruin by the sea that was restored to its original construct before any battles. It was beautiful and brilliant, and with statues that reached up into the heavens of great warriors. There was a great hall full of large suits of armor and a very large throne at the end with a figure sitting upon it, a shadow. I could not see his face. It was obscured from me, but they promised me riches and power beyond anything I could imagine if I delivered the prize to the depths. And so I did. But I didn't realize that you call him Rummy. I didn't realize that Rummy had such power.
Well, the problem is he doesn't. So we're trying to figure out who was talking to you, because it certainly wasn't the shark.
I think that you have a bigger problem on your hands here. That little shark, that little this is ridiculous. That little construct is, I think, moving against you.
The little shark?
Are you claiming that the shark also attacked you? You're bleeding.
It's a different story altogether. I was hoping it might not come up.
Yes, well, you seem to be very ill-equipped at answering questions, so I'll continue waiting.
That's. I love Aliva so much. She he kind of looks up at her with a kind of like a. You could tell he's definitely intimidated by her, especially after the ordeal that he just kind of went through. He's really convinced, Aliva, from what you can tell, that this little shark construct that was there, kind of watching him, was the sole reason for him almost dying. Basically, it forced him into diving into the water, and him being and he kind of goes into a story where he's not a great swimmer to begin with, and I heard that he would he would never he stays far from the water, which is it's irony that he is in this position that he is now as Dockmaster and this and that. But he is truly convinced, from what you can tell, that Rummy is evil. He is absolutely not. He has absolutely zero idea that this came from the amulet or the bag or anything at all. He's clueless. Yeah.
He's like, so you lost the contents of that bag. It's gone.
No, it's right here. I guess you who saved me? The last thing I remember was being in the water and looking back and seeing Brandy, and then everything went black.
Well, yeah, you were drowning down there. So I decided to drag you back up. You're holding all our gems.
You have to start calling him, instead of Shadestone, we'll call him Swim Shady.
Swim Shady, yes. I love that. Isn't that what you labeled the last
That's what I
video?
named the last
That's
episode.
so funny. He looks at Brandy. He looks at you. Just make sure he's coherent. And he says, I suppose I owe you a life debt. Thank you for saving me. My sisters, I can't even imagine what would happen to them if. Thank you for saving me. But listen, you gotta. I don't know. You gotta do something about that. Maybe that D1 character isn't who you thought.
I mean, the giant robot man? Nah, he's alright.
No, I mean it was his construct. I mean he left it here to watch me. Why?
Yeah, I look less convinced of that because he lied to me twice. So.
Are they communicating at all telepathically, or are we not hearing anything?
Well, I don't know. That's
I think right now we're probably just talking out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think pretty shortly we'd fill them in.
Okay. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, and you just kind of like, without going too far into it, and he just kind of begins to go really, really heavy into the idea that he's starting to become more and more convinced that D1 is moving against everyone and has everyone's worst interests at heart, considering that Rummy told him to take this bag into the depths where he would never ever have been able to swim back up without dying. So now he is, you could see the gears turning.
Yeah,
as you look at him.
He's a little freaked out. So I think we probably tell him, well, go sit in your shack and maybe drink some water.
And do not leave it. We will question you again. I'm sure.
What's she saying? Listen to the scary one.
Of course. He kind of like, let me just. Oh, that's amazing. He like rifles around his belt a bit. Blast it! I dropped my coin purse. It's probably in the
No, you didn't.
Water.
I hold it out to him and say, I thought you were dead, in all fairness.
Oh, well. Do you give it back to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you, Oliva. You toss it back and he kind of, thank you. He opens the coin pouch up, Oliva, and you can see there's like, as he kind of like pours it out into the palm of his hand a bit, there are a few pieces of gold, and also there are a couple of little black stones that you can see. There's like 3 total. They're probably maybe the size of like your fingernail. They're very little. He kind of like pours them out in his hand and then puts them all back in the pouch and ties the pouch back up. Oh, thank you so much. I owe you. It's as simple as that. I owe you. Come here. Come with me. Come back to the house here. We're not safe out here talking. You guys
I
like
look a little
follow
bit
him back?
confused by that. I'm like, he owes Brandy. He doesn't owe me shit. But
Well, you gave him his money back, right?
in my mind, I'm like, I still, because I thought you were dead. You're not dead, therefore not.
Yeah, he didn't even, because I rolled like really bad. He didn't even like question why you had his pouch. He was just grateful that you gave it back.
Oh no! I mean, I literally said I thought you were dead.
Yeah, no, that's actually perfect. Okay, and he actually he kind of gives you the side eye for a moment, Aliva, but nonetheless, like, is absolutely submissive to the both of you as he kind of waits for you to kind of lead on to the house. If you do you all follow him kind of back to the shack?
Yeah. Sorry, I was
Okay.
laughing. Like
Yeah, you got it. All right. Let me.
Yeah. I would be keeping my eye out though, both for that one shady person who took off running, and also I'm giving stink eye that one pond where I fell and got that
All right. Let me. Okay. As you make your way back to Hedrick's house, past the boathouse, and and all the like the pond that you kind of walked by before, Leva. You kind of walk back into the front door here, and you make your way in, and we're gonna go back to the gathering.
Whoop whoop.
The Juggalos.
Yeah. Every time I hear that, I laugh.
Is Steve-O there?
Showing his butt.
Shoving hot sauce up
That's
there.
what he did at the gathering. He mooned everybody, and it didn't go over well. Apparently.
Oh God.
All right, let me see. Okay. All right. Back at the gathering, we have the rest of our party here. Griff, you just won an arm wrestling champion competition again. And you had just got finished throwing a peach, a fairly rotten peach, at somebody who was kind of giving you props, and you were kind of tossing a peach at him to, like, be nice. Unfortunately, if you remember, the peach itself was quite rotten, quite bad. And as he went to catch it, he missed, and kind of it liquefied and kind of covered his face.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to share my jelly with him.
And you did.
Horrible as that sounds. Yeah.
That's great. And they all kind of like laugh. They all kind of like they chuckle. They give off a chuckle, and everybody in that corner of the room kind of shows you respect. Kind of like no one is giving you any kind of like. It's more of a competitive thing, Griff. But you're kind of maintaining your distance here. Probably a good like 8-9 feet away from the table itself. And you see two people like step up and begin to, like, they lock arms and they begin to go ahead and do their, try their luck at each other. And as this happens, D1, you are kind of at the bar here still. Kind of looking over at Earl, continue to pound down mugs of ale one after another as you kind of get a good look around the room, D1, and you see the boss up at the table along with about 6 or 7 comrades surrounding him. One in particular you noticed from without a perception check needed, even D1, from the first time that you walked into the Sleepy Stone Inn upstairs. You noticed the face of this person, this woman, who seemed to be there the first time that you came here. She was very vague, but she seems to be sitting right next to the boss upstairs, and you can tell now that she holds some kind of stature, some kind of power, seat of power, as well as a large ogre who seems to be standing atop the stairs, kind of like the left part of the spiral staircase there, where there seems to be a small line of people who are seem to be waiting to talk to the boss, seemingly. And as you kind of look around the room, and the fighting has kind of calmed down since the fist fight that was kind of helped instigated by you, D1.
Yeah.
Ronan, you continue. You're sitting here with Thalira, in this moment, and I would like to hand you guys the floor here. Give you a moment before we go into the next section.
So I'll say to Griff,
Some stuff.
we're gonna need to talk to the Croc Boss, but we might want to wait for Brandy and Aliva to return before we do that.
Oh, most definitely. We're gonna need the muscle.
Yeah. We're gonna need the more people, the better, I think. Watch your shit too. People are stealing shit around here.
Right. Yeah, that got my eyes peeled.
It's me, I'm the one stealing.
One thing I learned from my years
it's
of wandering is if you're surrounded by criminals and someone steals something from you, you make sure that you punish them, or else you're going to become an easy target for everybody.
Oh yeah, that. Especially in this scenario, there's some shady characters.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the mental connection and see if I can reach Brandy and Aliva.
Sure.
I'm just gonna be like, how's it going out there? Did you retrieve the amulet? What's the deal with Fyeth?
I'm just imagining the old dial-up sounds.
You have mail.
I feel an AOL would connect.
I think I'd say we have the package back in hand. However, Fyeth went a little rogue on us. For some reason, he thought Rummy was telling him to go kill himself.
That amulet. We've all felt its effect. I knew it was a risk to give it to this guy, but
Well, now the trouble is that I'm back in possession of it.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping if it wasn't touching his skin, if it was in a bag, he'd be okay. But apparently this thing's
badly ripped brown.
Maybe we're just using the wrong kind of bag. I mean, granted, we weren't going to leave our bag of holding with him.
Yeah. Can you guys ask him what happened to Rummy? Where is Rummy, and how does he get out?
He tried to swim to the bottom of the ocean. He has no idea where Rummy is. But we can ask again.
He sent Rummy somewhere before he left. So if he remembers doing that.
Oh, good point. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I just straight up asked again.
Yeah, last I seen, he was chucking something at him, and next thing you know, just seeing this dark cavern.
We can certainly ask. Are we wanting to go back to us, or are we staying with the guys for now? I want to steamroll this back toward us.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we have to go meet up with them, but we are going to end up meeting up with them with the prized possession in our midst.
Yeah, not ideal. I mean, I once again would be like, hey, I can hold on to it. The car boss is not.
No, that's okay. I've got all the potions of invisibility. If it's staying with anybody, it's staying with me.
Well,
you guys seem
can we overhear you guys still, or can we not
take this part?
I think we would be mentally talking to each other.
Yeah.
So that you can hear us.
From what I can tell, I think the only solution is to fairly frequently pass it back and forth between each other, so no one person gets to the point where they're drowning themselves in the freaking ocean.
Okay, well.
It
Wasn't
has
your
to be
initial
around
concern
someone.
that you think the boss would be able to sense it on us?
Yeah, probably.
So we need someone we can trust with it. Or, well, not even just someone. Like,
if we could get Rummy back out, he might be able to, it'll start smoking again, but...
What about between Bitters and Rummy? The adventure
pass it
continues.
back and forth between the two. He'll have to start smoking like a motherfucker, though.
And the last time we still lost it. I mean, I think we need some kind of human oversight here. So either we stay with the amulet out and about.
Well, we're gonna need you guys here for this croc boss meeting, especially you, Brenda. He'll be expecting you.
Then I think we gotta bring the amulet in with us and just, keep it hidden.
Yeah, I wonder if you can give it to Bitters and he can fly up high enough, 100 feet in the air above us. Maybe the smoke will, 100 feet, maybe nobody will see the smoke billowing off it 100 feet in the air.
What if I made a vow not to leave until you guys leave your meeting with the boss? If I hold on
Getting the amulet.
I mean...
I won't break a vow.
The only thing I'm concerned about is the effect. Like, I mean, this bias guy...
You might not want to break a vow.
Just banished my...
I'm not going to go swimming again.
And then dived into the ocean. I mean, the effects this amulet has on people's minds is dangerous.
Well, do we have any means of, like, I guess mental
securing it better?
fortification?
That's a good question.
Like, a lead box, maybe, that's like Superman's X-ray vision.
No, I mean something more like, if it seems to me like one of us has to have it. So is there anything that we can do to aid whoever is carrying it to resist its effects?
That's a good question.
I mean, is it just...
We just don't know enough about it.
We could
That's
perpetually, just toss it between two people, right? Like, we just need two people to not go to the...
We could. I think the concern was if we're with the croc boss and meeting with him, it's going to be kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I've got good sleight of hand skills, but I don't know what you guys are working with.
I barely have hands at this point. Like,
I would not give it to you.
Still learning.
You would drown in the ocean somehow.
just magically.
You would.
These fucking water wings didn't help at
I mean,
all.
I agree. I think if we had, some way where we could subtly pass it back and forth without getting caught, I just don't know if we do.
What if just two of us don't
Maybe
meet with the
passing
boss?
it around isn't the best idea. It's a magical item. One of us could attune to it.
Okay.
I assume if one of us does that, yes, we're running a risk, but it's going to be less noticeable.
But we don't really have time to do that, do we?
Is it an attunement magic item? Because not all magic items are attunement.
That is a good
I was
question.
trying to attune to it when we found it.
Oh, that's right, yes. Have I tried to put it in the bag of holding yet?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think so.
But didn't we just hear a rumor about the bag of holding being cursed, or possibly being cursed?
Haunted.
Yeah, haunted.
So am I.
That would be a good, good option if it worked.
Yeah, I could try my ring, but I can't do that again until the morning.
So we're just scared that the croc boss is gonna smell it on us, pretty much.
That's
Wait,
the concern, yeah.
He's the one that's looking for it, so that means he has to have some kind of... He knows more about it than we do.
Any way we can disguise it somehow? I don't know.
I mean, I like the idea of a disguise. But again, I don't know how much he knows about it. I can't really wear it as like a hairpin and...
No, that's not it. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's for my mom.
I think because we could easily just keep it out of sight, but I think it's the aura that it lets off.
Yeah.
I mean, if your, Mr. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your potions of invisibility, they make your clothes and accessories invisible with you, don't they? Or no?
Yeah, so I could become invisible, but it won't stop me from going crazy.
That's right.
Or filling smoke.
Plus, and the boss questioning where the fuck you are.
Yeah. There's no option, like we can't bury it outside somewhere.
I mean, that could be an
I
option.
mean, we tried that.
It smoked up the whole town, yeah.
Yeah, it heated up and smoked over the whole town.
Yeah, as far as I see the things, we had two choices. Either fling it in the bag of holding and hope for the best, or one of us attunes to it, and we hope for the best.
Or let bitters take it.
I mean, do you really want to chance somebody just not looking up?
What if we let bitters, Rummy, and one like Aliva, kind of like switch it out with it as we're meeting? Because Rummy and bitters can keep an eye on Aliva, make sure she doesn't like bolt off with it.
Yeah, but what if they can't do anything to this paladin woman of strength?
But watch, I don't know.
Exactly what kind of... I do have divine health.
Oh, Oliva, you're...
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Your mic is super low. Not quite, not yet.
Come back to us.
You're super quiet.
She's so far away, she's drowning!
Okay.
Why?
That was better.
This is like...
Yeah, you're back.
We don't really know what kind of effect this has on us. This is not studied, but I do have. No!
Yeah, what it is this it might be Discord auto.
Yeah, let me log out, hold on.
So,
Stupid.
oh, no.
It's probably the amulet.
Probably
That's the curse,
right.
Oh god. Tech curse.
She's been cursed. For a low speaking mic.
Does Discord have like auto dampening? I thought it did.
I don't know. I mean, I know it has noise suppression.
Yeah.
Ah, noise suppression. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think the mobile version has auto noise suppression.
Hear me out?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really know what that was about. But...
No, it's weird. I don't know.
Alright, third time's charm.
Yeah.
Like I say, don't really know what effects this amulet has on us since it's not studied, but I do have a stronger resistance to illness and decay than you guys do probably.
Yeah, that's more like the physical ailment vein, and this feels
and we don't know
more
what that is. Yeah, I'm just saying if there's any kind of physical effect on the brain, it might help with that.
Indeed, I like the thought.
Yeah.
So,
I think my vote is we bring it in with the bus and we try and either put it in the bag of holding and or if that doesn't work, pass it among
Pass it back and forth.
That is my vote.
Alright.
And then just have an escape plan to GTFO if
That would be the worst case scenario would be I grab it and invisibility potion and get out of there.
well, I mean, if we're gonna make a quick exit, I think I got us covered for that.
Okay. But I do think the bitters is an option, but I just don't think it's a good option. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I don't like the bitters option.
Just keep in mind if he wants our heads, everybody in that room with us is an enemy.
I mean, how long are we going to be down here? We're talking to him. It might be a quick conversation where we can give it to Bitters for like 15 minutes and just hope nobody sees him in those 15 minutes. Brandy can see through Bitters' eyes. If he gets spotted, we'll know.
Yeah, but anybody looking at Brandy will know that she's looking through something.
She becomes blind and deaf, but she can still move. She can make it. She
Yeah.
probably disguise that.
Yeah.
Is this a trap, maybe? Are we walking into a huge trap?
Are we just bringing the amulet to the Croc Boss?
Right. It's a trap. I don't know. I'll actually say that to the group, like, do you guys think we're maybe making a mistake? Like, quote, talking to the boss? Is this just a huge trap for, like, a huge honeypot for him?
Well, I think we have to at least converse with him. I mean, our whole point is we need to get close to him enough to find out
we need
what
to
his
gain
plans
some favor.
are.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get his trust to betray him in the near future, right?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't
it
see anybody else offering heaps of money.
I mean, true. We could always just join the mafia.
You could.
I don't know about that though. Well, let's find out. Let's find out what the motherfucker's up to, and then make our decision.
Yeah, let's just go fucking talk to him.
Well, that's
Cross our fingers and pray.
I send to everybody a description of whatever that person who was following us originally was.
Oh, perfect, Oliva. Yeah, you got it.
They went inside.
Yeah, you got a really good look at him too with your nat 20. I remember. Yeah, so
Those blue cloaked dudes.
yeah, they're there's 3 of them total. Two
Yeah,
of
two
them
of them are here in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. D1 noticed one of them stayed behind, which Oliva ended up seeing, who then ran away. Which, just about this time, as it were, you see D1 as you kind of like look around the room. You're very astute, D1. In the moment here, perceiving the room more than anyone else, because in my mind at least, D1 would be the one who is trying to get a good, like, D1 has a really good past of raiding and things like that. He would have a plan in mind, right?
D1's in his home
So yeah, so here we are, and you see D1, you see come through the door, the same door that you all came through, one person with a gold sash draped around his shoulder, long blue cloak. He kind of makes his way in, looks around the room kind of frantically, like fast, like looking for a certain individual to pinpoint them. And it takes about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, Sato, or D1, before you realize that he finds his target, the other corner of the room, and begins to make his way in that direction kind of slowly but briskly, like as to not raise suspicions of those around him, seemingly.
I'm gonna sort of nonchalantly keep an eyeball on him, like pull my pirate hat down, like sort of tight over my face, and just sort of cock my head a bit to keep an eye out on him.
Sure. Yeah, you do. He makes his way past the first table, past the second. There's a little skinny character in the corner of the room, D1, with a very long green flowing cloak that you noticed from before. And you also notice the smoke, this ring of smoke that's kind of billowing above his head as you kind of watch him get closer. He kind of comes within 10 to 8 feet of this figure, and the figure kind of notices his approach and begins to straighten his back a bit in his chair. You see him kind of straighten and correct his posture, if you will. Kind of puts his feet back down on the table, or back down on the floor. And the sailor, if you will, sees him, kind of gives a nod of his head, and then sits down at the table there with him.
Can I overhear what they're saying, or am I too far?
You're pretty far. You could make your way in that direction if you wanted to.
Are they close to the bar, or how far are they from the bar?
They're kind of underneath the other corner of the platform above.
Oh, they're up on the balcony.
Well, they're down below underneath the balcony. They're
okay.
kind of like nestled in the other corner, if you will. Like, it just sucks because I could show you the map, but the map is so bad here. Let me just...
Yeah.
This is basically the reason I'm not showing you guys the map, is because I just hate it. Here.
That's a good read.
I just don't... I don't like I could have done this way better, and it's just whatever. You don't see them on the map here. Do you want? I will ping the map where they are. They're underneath. They're underneath the platform. They're like right here.
Gotcha.
If you could see it, that's where they would be, underneath the top layer.
All right. Who do I see here and here?
Sorry.
Who are these two? That's the waiter.
Well, this is
remember,
yeah. They're just patrons around the around the bar, which is why I'm taking the map back away.
No.
All right. Well, I'll maybe walk up to that corner and
Okay.
strike up a casual conversation with one of the ladies.
Sure. Ronan, I would say since you're all in communication, you watch D1 kind of begin to walk in that direction. I would say you're probably conscious of him. Griff as well. You're both kind of keeping an eye on him. Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of watching him. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just pretty much, just be kind of looking at him, but also like the group that he's seeming to like be going for or like following or trying to meet up with.
Yeah, you're keeping an eye on them, Griff.
Yeah.
You got it. There's only two characters. The tall, skinny character with the long green cloak, and the sailor, seemingly like the chief, possibly. If there is such a thing, or the captain, or possibly first mate of a larger ship. There's only 3 sailors total. One of them is seemingly different than the others. He has his sash over the right shoulder instead of the left. And there's a couple of pins and badges and stuff kind of on the sash itself. D1, are you just kind of briskly walking over? Are you doing it stealthily, or are you
I'm doing like a casual stroll with a pint of beer in my hand, and just like I'm just like casually just strolling through the place.
Yeah. You get closer to the fighting pit here. As you kind of see the two characters kind of in the pit, kind of circling around one another, kind of throwing punches. There's a moment where there's like blood that kind of splatters out, kind of right next to you. You kind of see it, and then you look down, and the one who landed the punch, kind of a big smile on his face. You can see like half of the left side of his cheek is all bloody and battered and bruised up. It looks as though these two are fighting. They're in for the long game, whatever you want to take that as.
Nice. Yeah, I'll sort of like make it look like I'm observing them as I walk.
Sure, you got to get closer, and you do. You observe them as they continue to kind of circle around each other in the pit here.
I'll keep walking towards the corner, but just sort of make it look like I'm interested in that.
All right. Perfect. All right. Is it your intentions to eavesdrop?
Yeah, I'm gonna strike up a conversation with whoever's sitting closest to that corner.
Perfect. Okay.
Why that's me?
Oh, why?
Griff. No, I'm just... Sorry, I'm grabbing my my notes here.
You're good, man. I mean, I tried to think, but nothing happened. It's fucking. It's Three Stooges.
All right, perfect. There seems to be a moment here where the crowd kind of cheers D1. There's been a solid down in the pit here, as the one man kind of bashes the other one right across the side of the face. You can see him kind of, his body goes limp and he kind of falls to the ground, totally unconscious, knocks him out. As the other person stands over him with his hand in the air, and like a lot of the crowd begins to clap through the through the bar. You see like a bunch of people kind of like putting their hands in the air. They're amused, as it were. And in the commotion, D1, roll a perception check for me for eavesdropping.
Oh, that's not good.
An 8.
Not feeling very perceptive.
It's pretty loud, D1, in this part of the room here, but there's a couple of words that you make out. You hear the word ship. You hear the word special package. And you hear the word leave at dawn, or the phrase leaving at dawn.
That's what I overheard from the two in the corner that I was going to drop on?
That's all you hear, yeah.
Ship a special package and leave at dawn, okay.
Yeah. Ship special package and leaving at dawn.
Okay, so I'm actually not going to strike a conversation. I'm just going to sort of walk by them, pick up that, and just sort of circle back to the table.
Yeah, you got it, D1, for sure. They're definitely having a conversation, and they're trying to be quiet about it, but you can hear that their voices are a little bit raised because they're trying to talk over the volume of the fighting and everything that's around them. So it was loud enough for you to hear that, and perhaps if you got closer, you could hear more. But it really is up to you and your discretion. It really is totally dependent on how you want to handle it.
Drop a little more.
Okay.
So maybe I'll walk by it and I'll look if there's like a girl there. I'll walk by and look at her, and then I'll sort of walk back, and I'll just be like, "Hey, what are you guys here for? How do you know the Croc Boss?"
Oh, you're just talking to a table that's
Yeah, I'm just talking to whoever's sitting closest to that corner that I want to eavesdrop on.
Oh, perfect.
This is
slick
as
a
fuck.
conversation with
This
somebody
is
else,
so
but I'm going to
good.
be barely listening to their answers. I'm going to be focusing my hearing on the corner.
Yes, I love this. Okay, let me roll to see who you talk to. And wow, this is going to be so funny. All right. You get close, D1. This is actually amazing. Give me 1 second here. This could not have worked out better. Let me... All right. You notice a pretty large person sitting here, D1, along with like a small kind of a smaller character, much skinnier, wearing more rags than anything else, and they're talking, and you hear, "I'm sure the shipment is secure. We can't afford any mistakes." Yes, sir. The boss will have his, same as before. No questions about it. He says, you hear the larger man say, "Whatever you do, don't lose that sigil." And then you gotta lean in closer. There's many conversations happening here all at once, D1.
Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on them, but yeah.
Yeah. So there's so many things happening, but between all of the eavesdropping at the table that you're sitting at, you kind of go up and you say, you present your question. They kind of look at you, kind of not expecting someone to be so forthcoming, but you kind of come up and, you have a curious face, friend.
I don't come from around here, but, yeah, have you never seen anything like me before?
I've never seen anything like you before. Where do you come from? You're magnificent. Is he got to leans in closer and puts his finger kind of down onto your arm, D1, to kind of feel the texture between your glove and your kind of upper armor, where it's kind of exposed body. It's very odd.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give a little flex. I'm like, wow.
Who do you... They look around the room here. This is remarkable. Almost as if you're somebody's property.
We're here to do business, so to speak.
Business? That's what we're all here for, isn't it? Isn't it? Kind of looks over at his little skinny friend, and he's in front of you, gives you a little smirk. Doesn't say anything.
You guys have any insight on any good jobs that might be happening?
all kinds of jobs around these swamps.
Telling you, a guy like me, you may not have seen anything like me before, but I assure you, if there's a job that needs doing, I'm the guy to get it done.
I think they need help over on the crawfish, don't they? Down on the other guy kind of give him a little chuckle. Surely, you'd be they wouldn't even second guess you if you. It kind of talks about something about a ship called the Crawfish, which you find a little funny.
I'm just gonna be like, fools, and just sort of nod and say, keep talking, and then stop listening to them and just point my ear in the corner.
Yeah, perfect. Wow, and you continue to kind of tune them out because whatever they're saying seems like nonsense to you. These people couldn't possibly know, D1, what you have been through on your endeavors in your life, the adventures that you've had. These two possibly could never, just by looking at them, you could tell that they possibly are maybe in it. They haven't been in it nearly as long as you. We'll say it that way. And so you chuckle at them and roll a perception check for me. See what you get.
Perception.
Oh, my rolls.
I know your rolls this week. Yeah. 16. Same with last week. So 16.
He's going off echolocation. That's because he is blind.
All right.
Actually, 16 is not too bad.
You hear? No, that's actually pretty good. So you hear, D1. We're right on schedule. Yeah, the package is not what I expected it to be. No one told me it was live cargo. Well, yeah, live cargo. It's because we're not supposed to ask questions, you nit. Well, live cargo or not, we're still getting paid, right? You hear the other guy, well, of course we're getting paid. We're not doing this for free. He says, when's... All right, we'll go ahead and do this when the sun goes down. Less conspicuous. One thing though, there was a band, a couple of suspicious-looking folk down by the docks. Very odd activity. Not quite sure what the story is there, but listen, be on your guard. Be on the lookout for them. We don't want anybody catching wind of what's happening.
Okay.
And then you
kind of relays all of this so I can make direct eye contact with them later.
Yeah, so for now, I'm just going to take that information. I'm going to look at the two guys at the table and I'm just going to go, well, we'll let the boss pick the best man for the job, eh? And it ain't going to be you guys, so you guys can pack up and go if you want.
I know, G1, damn. G1, he goes, just wait a minute. He says, you see this scar right here on my arm? I got that from an actual mer person.
You got that from your mother dropping you as a baby?
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We went out to the East Seas, in between the Crag Islands, you know the ones. Past the Pine Isle and way past the Crags. There's like an area out there. It's mostly foggy. It's probably maybe 300-foot island out there that nobody. Anyway, this is where I got this scar from an actual mer person. You know, the people that aren't supposed to exist in the world. He says, you always tell that story. That's not.
I've
this
heard
is a
of
story.
them. I've spent almost my entire life at sea, my friend.
Oh, so you've seen them. See, he knows. He can verify. You owe me money, sir. You owe me. And he looks at his friend. That's 10 gold, I believe, isn't it? Isn't that what you said? 10 gold, if I can prove it? Well, here's somebody right here who can prove it. So you owe me 10 gold, sir.
I'm just going to say, I ain't here to settle any bets. You guys have fun with that, and I'm just going to rudely turn and walk away.
No. Mermaids. You gotta help tell me.
I'm not even going to look back.
Excellent fade out, Riggs.
Thanks, man.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta walk away. You hear
I
kind of in
just
the
totally
background.
ghost them.
You just ghost them. That's so funny. Here, let me see if they. Wait! Did you say? You just still like walking away?
Yeah.
You just walk away rudely. That's great.
Soulless. It's almost like he's a robot.
I
or something.
love it, actually. Yeah, you get pretty far away. The two characters, the sailor, we'll call him, is still talking to the shifty looking person in the corner. D1. But you're moving pretty far away from them now. Are you moving in the direction of like Ronan and Griff?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see Ronan. Ronan is kind of sitting at a table. It's only a 2-chair table. It's next to like a big pillar, like a big stone column that kind of helps support the ceiling in the room here. There's about 4 of them from what you can tell. And this table is kind of right up against one of them, D1. And Ronan is sitting there with Thalira, and seem to be very quiet in the moment here. But Ronan, you continue your conversation with her about your blood, and about a payment, a price that was about a deal that was struck, a pact that was made. As she continues to be very vague, one thing she does let you know through a little bit more conversation, since you've taken the time to kind of sit here with her instead of doing everything else in the bar. Like you've taken the time to kind of devote on her, Ronan, and so you're going to be rewarded for that.
Yeah, she fucking knows things.
Yeah, dude. So I would say in this moment, Ronan, roll me a. Let me see here. You know what? There's no roll necessary. You took the time here. Is there anything in particular that you want to ask her in this moment before I move it along here? Give you a chance.
Let me check my notes, see what I've already got.
Yeah, you got it.
Why did she had a blood oath to the Ageless One, right?
Right.
Why did she make that oath?
Good question. She says, let me think about this for a second. Sometimes our own will is not our own, and we must be vessels to those more powerful. I found myself in that same situation when I was young. I was in a peculiar situation that I found myself at the edge of a road, Ronan, so to speak, where I was forced to make a decision, a choice, or give my life, and so I made a choice.
Do you regret the choice?
She kind of like looks at you for a moment, like looks like off into space for just a second, almost like she's really, really deep into thought. And she comes back and says, "No, I don't. Actually, I'm quite fond of my choice."
Well, I will drink to that, and yeah, I'll finally take that shot that's been sitting in front of me for forever.
Perfect, Ronan. Yeah, you down the shot. She kind of looks at you, gives you a nod, kind of a halfway sideways face nod, like almost like a noble kind of gesture, like a very, very high sign of respect instead of just a, and kind of takes a sip with you, along with you, as D1 kind of closes in on your location here. Griff, you're kind of close too. I'll go ahead and let you guys have the floor here for a moment before we go back. I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot of time here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in the in mind potion. There's
In the group chat.
Yeah, in the group chat. That's right. So apparently there's some transferring of some live good happening at dawn. They say they're setting up tonight. Maybe at some point during the night we should have eyes on the coastline.
Oh.
That's
This could be
okay.
something
That's
to. Who knows what they have, but it sounds valuable and important.
It's only the three of them transporting it. I mean,
Yeah, I can't take the chance that it could be people, and that's I can't let that skate by. So I guess we have plans this evening.
Yeah, just even out of curiosity. I mean, if we can intercept something important, there may be value in it for us as well. And these guys look like a couple pussies. And then also I'm going to say, with Brandy and Oliva, with you guys out there, we can communicate this way.
Yeah, for now.
Is there a way that, with this potion from the DM, can we let them hear what somebody else is saying to us?
No, so you can listen and then relay that back through thought to everyone else. So technically, kind of.
And then relay it through thought, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we could do that while we're conversing with the Croc Boss. We'll make up some bullshit story for Brandy. I'm sure we can think of something.
Yeah.
And then that way you guys can be involved in the conversation from afar.
All right, here's the kicker. So you have about 15 minutes left of the potion.
oh,
Yeah, your timer.
Go do your meeting now.
Yeah.
So that's not in
Make it a
real
quick
time. That's like overall in game, and we'll, like I said, it won't matter. But just to give you an idea, like you've been going at it for a little bit, so yeah.
Yeah. By the time Brandy went swimming and all that.
So you still have some time.
that is tricky. Just uninvisibles right in front of him.
Yeah. Well, Griffin, Ronan, what do you say should we just go and interrupt the boss and sort of shove our way in there?
I mean, I'm
Yes.
not doing anything besides getting into arm wrestling matches out here.
Yeah, I mean, let's not start a fight to do it, but we can definitely just kind of make our way to the front of the line. I
think we
feel
can
that
get
the
it,
boss
okay.
would look favorably on that.
All right, is that the plan?
Yeah, we're gonna just sort of march right up to the crock pot.
All right. So Ronan,
okay.
Griff, and Brandy. I mean, sorry.
So I'll excuse myself from Thalira. Tell her I gotta go take care of something. Make my way over to one of the bartenders and get a shot for myself and something that the boss would like.
Ooh. So Sarah's kind of like running around here. There are other people too, but she's mostly here at the bar. You kind of like run up to the bar here, and you can see she's kind of like, getting other drinks as well. And she kind of notices you. Yeah. What would it be?
Another shot of whiskey for myself. And how well do you know the boss? Do you what do you feel like he would be drinking tonight?
Oh, that's a great question. To be honest with you, I don't really know the boss that well. I can give you here. Everybody likes this. She goes over like to a very large keg that's turned on its side. Goes over and like opens the keg, and there's a nice frothy brew that kind of pours out into it. A lot of bubbles on top, a lot of foam. Kind of hands it to you. She kind of shrugs her shoulders.
It's the same drink he got sick on at age 16. Has sworn never to drink again.
That's what it'll be.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's a good thing I remember this bartender's name.
Yeah. So she gives you your whiskey. You take your shot. You do your shot of whiskey.
No, I was gonna take it up to have it with the boss.
You got it, Ronan. So you have your shot of whiskey, and you have an ale of a mug of ale as well.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then I'll join with the group, and we'll walk up there.
Perfect. This is perfect. So you get close. All the three of you kind of get close to the spiral staircase until you notice there's a couple of people in front of you, and there's a very large kind of ogre, maybe half man, half ogre. It's hard to say. Very odd looking, mutated, very large muscles, kind of wearing mostly rags for clothes. Looks like your typical strong man. You know, the henchman, we'll call him. And in the
Learned
moment,
his name at one point.
yeah, I gotta.
That guy, that dude, yeah.
Ronan
that
knew
guy.
exactly what I was
Looked
saying.
like a man.
Oh man!
He's
So
getting you back for all the just for fun rules. Just for
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So you walk up close, and you see there's definitely a line there. So you have to, you kind of like as you want to push your way to the front of the line. Is that the idea?
Yeah, we're just gonna start walking by people.
I'll
Because,
I'll lead. I'll be like, make way for the champ, the Peach Punisher.
Yeah, this is Grip's like putting his hands in the air, like showing his bicep.
I'll kind of walk off to the side so that the boss can see that I have this drink for him.
Oh, nice. So you're kind of. Let me show you the map again, the bad map. And we're just gonna call that from now on.
I'm the map.
Where is
I'm
the
the
bad
map.
map?
The bad map. I know it sucks is I made so much of like this map that you will probably never use. But anyway, so you kind of walk up. You can see to the left there. If we were to like take your guys like that, you can see there's like a group of people here, with like the ogre kind of on top here, with one eye. Cyclops, I guess, more like, but in this case it's like a half man, half ogre. It's very odd. And he kind of seems very stern. You can see that the boss is kind of like just now kind of finishing up a meal seemingly, but you're really low. It's really hard to see the boss from where you're at, but you're kind of in a pretty restricted line here, it looks like, but you're only behind a couple of people. And in this moment, I think it'd be a good time to go back over to, just for a moment, go back over to Brandy and Oliva for a little bit of. Here, let me. Come on, map.
Yeah, it's taking a second.
I know. There we go. I have a lot of crap on this map. That's why. Like all the like leaves and green and like the trees and like there's so many different little pieces on this map. That's why.
That takes a while for the information.
That's why. Yeah, it just has a lot to populate. Okay. So you begin to make your way back to the house here, Leva, and I believe you already kind of all did. You're in. You kind of step through the doorway here, and as soon as you make your way inside the house, Fyeth closes the door behind him. Kind of as you kind of all kind of make your way in, he says, "Listen, this whole place, everyone here is doomed. Everyone here is doomed. I saw it. The Rummy showed it to me. The little construct. He showed it to me. He showed me the bayou on fire. He showed me Nestlewood on fire. None of us are safe here. We have to leave. You have to call your friends back. We have to get the hell out of here right now."
Well, us leaving isn't going to stop the bayou from being on fire.
I don't want to be here when it does.
Well, you can leave if you want to.
I can't. I need the information from the boss.
Exactly.
Do you know where Rummy is now?
I do.
And?
It's gonna be a trip to get him back.
We're very bad at answering questions.
Roll a persuasion check for me, Oliva.
You're so evasive.
We're gonna let your.
we thought he was a great shooter.
I know, it's true. We're gonna let your intimidation kind of carry over a bit too.
So you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad at answering, but great at evading.
Oh man. Well, that's a 12 though, nonetheless. It's still a 12. And that's enough. That's enough. I'm not gonna be a jerk. Oliva. Do you see these? He pours out his coin pouch, Oliva, into his hand, and you see like 3 little black stones. This is my only hope of getting my sisters and getting out of here safely. These will take us back. These will take us back to the Shadestone lands, to my realm, to my family's realm. Unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, or maybe not, but that little construct is there, and maybe it's best that he's there, so he can't hurt anyone else. He can't influence the rest of the world or bring fire and destruction or try and kill people like he tried to kill me. Maybe it's best we just leave him there.
You're saying you used one of those stones to transport him there?
I did. I sent him.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, can you also go there and come back? I mean, how do these work?
These are kind of a one-time thing. Unfortunately, it's one person, one stone. I have 3 left. 1 for me and 1 for each of my sisters.
And then once you use a stone, it's used up. It's no longer any good.
That's right. He kind of proceeds to tell you, Oliva, that the trip by itself would take probably multiple weeks by foot to get there. It's very, very far away. His homeland.
I just kind of turned to Barani and like, well, Rummy's gone.
Yeah, he can summon him back later if he misses him.
Yeah. Too far though. Like, hey,
it's probably for the better. Unfortunately, he is still in the realm of my family, and if he finds his way out, I fear that he may spread his evil in the realm of my family. Maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to send him there.
We'll get to that.
I had to get him away. You understand?
I think it'll be okay.
I had to eliminate the threat. You understand? I had to.
I think you were having a bad day.
Yeah, I'm not so much concerned about that, to be honest.
No.
Let's focus on the here and now, which is the bayou burning down.
I saw it like it was a memory. Only I look around me and I see everything is still fine and normal. Everything was aflame. The docks, all the buildings here, the great willow tree a little bit to the north, all of it was aflame. Great billowing pillars of smoke from the swamp I saw from the sea looking back. That little monster, it's evil. What did it possibly do to me?
I was snap in his face. Just snaps me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Sorry.
Quit. You're redirecting. Like a fucking cat. Okay. Just kind of muttering to myself.
All right.
That trick you do where you change appearance, can that be taught? Or is it a potion to be taken?
It's an art, of course. I don't think that's the most pressing issue at hand, though. Unfortunately, we have to get out of here. We have to get the rest of your party and get the hell out of here before this place catches on fire.
I would turn to Brandy and say, "I'm done with him. Are you?"
Yeah, let's just leave him here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Felicia.
Yeah.
Listen, I just need you to, take some deep breaths, drink some water. We've got some stuff to do.
You could tell he's absolutely startled. Like he just died basically, and you brought him back. Like he drowned and you brought him back, and he is absolutely grateful for that. But he still seems to be kind of underneath.
He's freaked out.
He's very freaked out. Yeah. So who currently has the bag? Is it you, Brandy?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you just holding on to it currently?
I would say I would have tucked it into my belt loop or something like that.
Okay, you could totally do that. Just tie it around your belt loop.
Yeah, just secure it a little bit.
Yeah, perfect. So you have a bag of gems from the Vault of Athazar, or from the collection from Athazar, and you have the amulet that's inside the pouch on your belt. Okay, perfect. All right. Are you curious about doing anything else in this moment? Or are you just
only that I would, with Brandy, start telling her again everything I had seen so far, including the corpse of the water, and be like, maybe we should be looking around while the guys are with the croc boss.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're being watched by more than we know.
Yeah, there's something messed up going on around here for sure.
All right. Is anyone staying with Five?
I'm not.
No, he's okay.
Okay. You got it.
I have a feeling he might be lying about something anyway, but at this point I'm too frustrated to care. So.
Yeah, you can roll an insight check, Aliva, if you'd like, to just kind of get a general vibe if you believe him or not. We'll go ahead and allow you to do that.
I think he's a little hysterical, a little bit, but...
Yeah. That's a dirty 20. So, tell me something, guys. Why does the dice on my screen say 12?
Yeah, I see that too, man.
+5 bonus.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I thought the dice was messing up, and it's not. You're right. She has a
fucking
+5.
digital dice are lying to me.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? All right.
It's witchery.
It's a witchery.
Witchcraft.
All right. So, Aliva.
Digital witchery.
I'm going to... you have your laptop. So, how is it? Is it? It's yes. It's sweet. So I can actually say, "Join me in the whisper room."
Yeah.
All right.
Well, actually, I'll be back in 1 sec. Whether you guys are down there.
Right on.
He says
The
join
party
him yet.
Oh. Is he gonna just drag you in? Oh, there we go. Okay. Need Benny Hill music sometimes. Well, fuck, I hope the fucking boss is not a trap, but have a weird feeling about what he's gonna try and pull.
I mean, it is a trap.
It's a trap that we knowingly are walking into.
I feel like it's a trap.
I
feel like worst case scenario, he's going to be irritated that we just absconded for 3 fucking days after being like, yeah, we'll come back and talk to you in the morning about work.
Pretty bad. And then just show up with some random person like, oh yeah, she's part of the team now.
Well, I didn't think Aliva was going to come to the meeting with us.
Not necessarily with us. I think she's going to come to the meeting, but not...
All
That's
right.
a good question, actually.
All right, guys. So, in this moment, let's take a little break, since we haven't, and stretch your legs, and go pee and all that good stuff. And we'll come back in 5, and get back to it, if everybody's okay.
It works.
All right. All right, breaky.
Cool. Actually, I'll be right back again then.
Yep. All right.
Same.
Same. I think it's one of the rare times all of us are gone.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We might get to the boss's monologue shit tonight, maybe.
I mean, depends on how quick you want to put us to the line.
Oh, I'm trying so hard not to railroad you guys.
No, I meant like the line of people.
Oh, I know. I thought about that too. I was like, goddamn it. But the only thing that sucks, man, is that like there's like kind of important information in there. So if I do that, it's like It's a good idea though.
I mean, I feel like we got plenty of juicy information through all of our various means.
Unfortunately, there's a little bit that you absolutely need that I need to make sure that I at least throw out there, even if you guys don't use it. And that's like it'll be little, so you'll see. We'll get there. Welcome back.
That's what I've heard my whole life.
Oh, jeez.
Me too.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Everybody's been troopers. You guys are all great.
Ah, dude, yeah, no worries, man. It's
you can see the process, man. It's like the more people you have in your campaign, like the longer it takes to do certain like basic things. But this is kind of where a lot of the fun stuff happens too. So it's
Oh, I'm back.
The meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
You
Now you guys are privy to information that you didn't have before, and now you know that Rummy is where Rummy is. So you can either use that information to your benefit or not, right? There's all kinds of cool shit you can do now.
Yeah, probably.
I could just steal those little black rocks and test them.
You could totally do that. Like you could just send like 3 of you guys there if you wanted.
Honestly, take the amulet and fucking run.
You could do that too.
Run, Forrest.
Take
So
the
many
money.
options. So many choices.
Sometimes what I want to do, I have to be like, I guess the leader probably wouldn't do that.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, everyone, I'm not going to postpone it any longer. At the end of tonight's session, and I'll remind you all at the end of tonight's session, everyone will level up.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
And that also means that you get all your long rest shit back as well without a long rest. Yeah.
I had a little plan going on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that
How
gonna
much
ruin
of
your
that I
plan?
want to share?
Oh, nice. I hope it doesn't ruin your plans.
Nah.
Okay, good. I was trying to keep you guys like semi-resource starved for this, just a little, just to make it more interesting, so it wasn't as obvious. But you guys are doing awesome, you're doing remarkable. So, and there hasn't really been.
I am impressed with everybody's roleplay this evening.
Yeah,
Well done.
dude, everybody's been great. Everybody's
Hell
been
yeah.
great. I applaud you all.
Like Jin has been a paladin's paladin.
It's been great too. It's been great to sit here and observe and stuff. It's been awesome.
I feel like
I know I've said before, but again, thanks guys for letting me crash a little
bar
campaign.
before. Like that was smooth as shit, dude. I know you've done that.
I've been at a bar or two.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I know I've said it before, but thanks for letting me crash y'all's campaign. This has been fun.
Oh no, it's a
Wow,
pleasure to
yeah.
have you. You're a great addition to
Yeah,
the
no, it's
group,
been
Jim.
awesome.
Of course.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun.
No, you're doing awesome.
That's half the fun of D&D.
You're doing awesome. We're getting
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're getting really close into some really, really heavy dungeon stuff too. Like we're right around the corner from that, so you guys should have a lot of fun with that.
Honestly, I'm still not convinced anyone here really knows what they're doing.
I mean, I'm not convinced that I even know what I'm doing yet. So
It's all wing it, let's face it.
it's all winging it, man.
Anytime you're role playing.
If you're having fun, that's all that counts. All that matters. That's matters and counts in the same word.
Fucking rock and roll, man.
Oh, it's so hot here. It's frying my brain.
How hot is it out there? I
Well,
know I'm setting
it's
it
cooler
myself.
outside.
I'm
It's pretty hot.
setting myself up for this one.
No, it's hotter in the house than it is outside, but we can't do anything about that.
Let's like open windows.
That's sad.
We have it all open. Like I have my fan. It's just hot and muggy in here.
Strategic fan
The trick
placement.
is to keep them all open all night and close
Yeah.
them early in the morning before the sun starts coming up. That
Oh,
way
to
you
preserve
trap
the
as much
cool.
cold air in the house.
Gotcha. It's a good idea.
You can also do it if you had a box fan, put a cold, wet towel in front of it, against it, so it kind of blows out cooler air.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Actually.
From Texas, baby. I know how to stay cool.
No, that's really smart. That's really smart.
I'll have to try that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's
Damn,
a
so
very
what-
subtle difference, but it does make a small difference if you're right in front of it. It's noticeably cooler.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Sato needed that a couple years ago.
I'm scared of this summer coming up. It's gonna
I
be
am
crazy,
too, man. I am
yeah.
too. You're just gonna have to come to Pennsylvania and hang out.
Is that gonna be any cooler than BC?
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, probably not. But
No, it won't.
It's hard to say. Well, depends because the heat can hit the east or west coast. You guys are east coast.
you know what the funny thing is, man. Aside from you and Griff, everyone else in our campaign lives in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Well, that's because we
yeah.
met everybody on a East Coast WoW server, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still odd, though.
What, sir?
I said it's still odd, though.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, well, there's a few of us West Coasters.
You had a couple.
But yeah, not as...
Griff is more of like a.
I'm literally just middle America.
I know it's true.
That's right.
Oh,
But yeah.
beautiful land out there, man. Someday I'll make it out that way.
What, Colorado? Oh, it's
Mhm.
fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah,
I'd love
Colorado.
to, man. Do
seems
some
like a
gold
good place.
panning and
If you guys like
Hiking.
mountains and forests and creeks and whatnot,
Love
it's
them.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
it's
do like those things.
I would
Hell
love to do
yeah.
some.
I got all
actual,
those
real
things here
hiking.
though, because I'm in British Columbia. That's all.
Oh, I know, man. You live in
So
a-
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. That's all I always say. Everyone's British Columbians are like nature snobs to the rest of the world.
Yeah,
you should be.
Canada
Yeah.
is like one of the like most beautiful like places on the planet.
On
Like,
the
if you, like,
planet. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
BC's got everything.
pretty sure it's still the same mountain range that connects both of our, U.S.
Down
and
through the
Canada.
Rockies.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Rockies.
it's that
Yeah, the
whole-
Rockies are
yeah.
right on the east coast of BC. Separates BC and Alberta.
Yeah, I do think Canada does have the better side of the Rockies, though. It's like less fucking stepped on by people and just like touristy locations and all that shit. It's like if you're in
Oh,
Canada,
the Rockies
There's
here
Starbucks
are.
on the mountain.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, there's roads that go through it. You can drive to Alberta through the Rockies, but 90% of it is just grizzly bears and wolves.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah. Or I'm sure. Actually, I don't know if there's grizzlies in. Maybe you got to go a little higher north.
Like the Yukon.
Oh no, you don't have to go that far. There's grizzly bears. You can go a couple hours north of the border, and there's grizzlies.
That's
And now that you
terrifying.
guys can't have guns, it's like you have to fucking make a fucking little ship.
You
No,
gotta
you're
you
just
gotta make
supposed to-
friends with it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You gotta make friends with it.
Oh, did I? Yeah.
Like get some
Feed
honey.
it some maple syrup.
I think that the bear, and just in general, bears are probably the number one animal I would not want to cross in the wild. Maybe a black bear, but like a polar bear will like hunt you to the ends of the earth. Grizzly,
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
polar
hungry,
bears.
man.
Grizzlies are very dangerous too.
Yeah, we have a lot of black bears here and mountain lions as well. So that's fun.
Yeah, I'd rather fight a mountain lion. I'll probably still die, but I'd rather take my chances.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
mountain
Bobcats
lions are
will
no joke,
mess you
too.
up.
I
Yeah.
got that story of my uncle was working as a park ranger in BC in Hope. And yeah, you got a call. The horse rancher was missing horses. So they set up a night cam, and this fucking mountain lion cougar was dragging full-size horses over a 6-foot wooden fence.
My God.
Imagine that.
Yeah, like a 1,300 pound horse.
I mean, if you're eating horses, you've got some energy to kill.
Well, grabbing
You've
them
got a
and
lot of
dragging them
energy.
over a 6-foot fence and taking them out into the
Like,
trees.
think about how crazy that is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, bears and big cats give no fucks about much of anything.
Yeah.
just
I was
muscle.
doom
walking
scrolling
muscles.
the other day, Instagram, and
Really?
came across this little reel of these like older women too. I don't know. I don't want to age them. I'm probably gonna be really wrong, but like my mom's age probably, and they were biking together, and apparently one of them was attacked by a cougar, and the other women just all started beating the shit out of it with their bikes.
Oh God.
And I don't know if they killed it. It showed like a picture of a dead cat, but I wasn't sure if it was just like a random photo that the person
Or
put in the
they-
reel, or if it was like
Yeah.
that cat. But I mean, it mauled the other woman's face pretty badly, but she lived, so hell yeah.
Oh, God.
God.
That's a crazy story, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they will. There's videos of them stalking people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
we
thank
got some
you.
of the most dangerous animals in the world. Grizzlies, cougars, wolves are crazy, too. Well, a pack of wolves will rip you apart faster than anything.
Yeah. They will.
At least they're like majestic about it.
I don't mind, honestly.
Yeah,
If they're like, Amanda died, but how did she go? She was killed by a pack of wolves.
No,
All right. That's fine
that's
with me.
badass.
I
I
serve
don't
House
mind
Stark.
that.
I serve House Stark. I serve House Stark.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, no, wolves are scary.
Winter is coming. It's fine.
It's winter's coming. It's right.
Yeah, when I was up north, they said, yeah, they got like packs of wolves in their backyards and stuff. You don't go,
Oh,
you don't go in your
man.
backyard without a shotgun.
That's terrifying,
Yeah.
dude. Imagine having to live somewhere like that, or living
Yeah,
somewhere.
it was what, like
insane.
about a 14-hour drive
Oh,
from like Vancouver, where I was.
Jesus.
Yeah, so up in the interior. But yeah, the people that live there, they're like, yeah, you don't go in your backyard, especially at night.
Oh,
Fuck that.
Day
Man.
is a little safer because wolves are like nocturnal. They're more active at night. But if at night you don't go walking in your own backyard without a shotgun.
imagine back in the day when you had to use an outhouse.
Yeah.
Imagine like going out in the middle of the night to like go pee.
Just hold it.
It's true.
That's why there were chamber pots.
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably.
It's the ancient gamer piss bot.
The chamber pot.
That's exactly what it was.
Oh man. The piss jug.
That's hilarious.
All right, is everybody back?
Yeah, on that note, yeah.
We only have like I'm not gonna push over tonight just because I know that everybody people have to work and stuff. So we'll go to time tonight, and I'll try to get to a good spot. Thank you everybody for being patient. By the way, I know this has taken forever. And I'm sorry for that.
You're
We'll
good.
get
It's
there.
been enjoyable.
Nice. That's all I care about. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for painting a
stressed too
pretty
much.
picture, man. Like, I think
Cool.
it's coming together.
Good. That's excellent. All right. On that, then, let us go back to. All right. So about this time, I would say Brandy, Aliva, and Bitters. Are you leaving Bitters with Fyeth, or is Bitters kind of coming with you, Brandy?
I think we had thought that maybe Bitters would be useful down here, so I feel like I would encourage Bitters to come with, but like, yeah,
Okay.
keep some distance.
Yeah, you got it for sure. So he's kind of like a couple of feet behind you, kind of. Okay, you got it. That's actually cool.
I think
So-
I related to Bitters also that if Bitters happened to notice Spyeth leaving his house to let me know.
Okay,
Just in case he does something shady.
sure, you got it. The last time that as you were leaving, we'll just say this: as you were leaving the house too, you noticed that Fyeth was kind of sitting back on his chair, kind of reluctantly, but sitting back on his chair, just kind of anxiously awaiting the rest of the party to come back to tell him what they've found out. He looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore, but he is absolutely, he's against his better judgment. He is staying, from what you can tell.
Okay.
So, okay, you guys make your way back through the front door of the inn, we'll say, as you kind of see Fallon there, kind of wiping down.
Wait, hold on real quick. I thought the plan, maybe I'm wrong. I thought the plan was we were kind of snooping around the area and we weren't going to be present for the meeting because we have the amulet.
Okay, I'm sorry, I totally misunderstood you. Okay.
Or maybe I misunderstood.
No,
was
is that the plan? Is that what you guys are?
We kind of had a loose plan going, but
Well, because I was thinking, because we got 15 minutes left of this
Yep.
communication. So if we could just think past everything the Crockbot says to us to them,
Sure.
they can feed us their opinions and ideas of what they want to, and then we can sort of include them in the conversation, but from afar.
For sure, we can totally do that. So the
show
idea
it late
is,
if we need to, but they also, in theory, I mean, now I'm sure everyone knows, but in theory, I'm not supposed to be associated with them. But I'm sure
Right.
now it's been reported.
yeah. So no, this is all good stuff. So Aliva, are you staying back?
Yeah, I think with Brandy, we'd be
You
snooping.
guys are both staying back. Okay, perfect. This is good. This is good. This is what I needed to know. So you're not going to the inn. You're just kind of like hanging around the area there, kind of maybe keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Is that the idea? Okay. Are you doing this stealthily, or are you just kind of like in front of the house, just kind of standing there, kind of looking around?
I'm never stealthy. Brandy, maybe.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Aliva, then we'll just say if it's okay, you're kind of like hanging out near that pond, like between the pond and Hedrick's house, right? Kind of like in that area there. Just keeping an eye out, keeping a lookout. You have a good view of the dock and of the little dinghy that's there beside it now that belongs to, from what you can assume, are the 3 sailors that kind of made their way in.
Is this the pond I fell in?
It is the pond you fell in.
Okay.
And you can see the little shirt next to it with like the little dark brown stains on it that you kind of pulled up from over. Brandy, are you stealthing up? Are you being sneaky?
I think I would be sneaky, but I would still be visible. So I think I'd like pull a book out of the bag of holding or something.
Oh,
Just sit down and read and.
Okay. So no stealth check necessary for that. We'll just we'll have you kind of in front, kind of within within eyesight of Aliva, and also kind of, in the vicinity of the docks in Hedrick's house, we'll say. And you have in your possession the amulet, in the pouch, or rather in the bag that's kind of hung off your belt currently. Brandy, if you would be so kind to roll a a wisdom save for me, please.
Ooh, yes.
18. Nicely done. Right. So, Brandy, as you sit here, you begin to pull out a book here. We'll just a random book from the bag of holding here. As you kind of look down inside the bag of holding, and you see the collection that you've accumulated up until this point. I mean, you have some stuff down in there.
We do, man.
You do. You really do. You're also reminded of a black cat statue from Trebre's house that you see it kind of down in your bag of holding. Oh, yeah. There. And you remember, like when you touch it, you're able to see into a different room or something, almost like a security camera, if you will. You see that down in there. You see a couple of other things. You see like alchemy kit, there's some potion bottles and odds and ends of bits of herbs, and there's like a mortal and pestle down there. Just different things. A couple of swords. And then you pull up a book and you begin to read it, and so far, the birds are chirping in the sky. The birds are singing. The sky is blue. There doesn't seem to be a cloud in the sky, and it is it's just about 3 p.m. I would say, Brandy. It's very close to about 3 p.m. And you seem cautious, but you are in the moment. You realize that you just saved somebody's life, and they kind of owe you a life debt, as they said. You feel pretty good about that. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, but I will say this for the both of you: if you would both roll a perception check for me. See what you actually see. Nice, 21.
Everything.
I know, it's true. And a dirty 20.
Nice.
Really good, guys.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So, Aliva, you're pretty close to the pond here, kind of like looking around. You can see, since the sky is so clear and the sun is kind of beating down through the trees, it's creating like these sunbeams, if you will, through the different branches of the trees, and it's painting this really beautiful kind of eerie, kind of angelic at the same time, kind of cast over the bog here, as you kind of begin to see just the different you get to see just different pieces of branches and trees and pieces of twigs and sticks and such that had fallen down onto the bog floor here, and kind of now have become part of these big ponds and streams of standing water that seem to be just all over the place here. Aliva, you notice one thing really, really interesting that you didn't notice before. Sticking up out of the pond, kind of right in the corner, about a half a foot underneath the surface of the water, is a very large stone. It's carved, and you can tell it has like right angles and such, but it seems to be the ruins of something. You just kind of notice it out the corner of your eye. It doesn't seem to be anything special, but you do see that there is a structure of some sort. It's hard to say if it's attached to anything, if it's part of something bigger, or if it's just a big piece of carved stone. But nonetheless, this is definitely like a building material stone of some sort. You don't see any wandering eyes. You don't see any creatures that might be watching you, at least right now. You don't seem to. You feel calm in the moment here. Brandy, as well as you, again, just having saved somebody, you, and being kind of wet and drying, the sun is beaming down, and you can feel kind of yourself slowly air drying as you kind of sit here with a light breeze kind of passing back and forth here. No sign of anything. You guys seem pretty safe for the moment. And we'll go back into the inn here, or rather back into the gathering here, where where D1 and Ronan and Griff are all kind of waiting to talk to the boss, who is kind of up at the table here with his comrades. And I'll say in this moment, is there any last minute things that anyone wants to do before?
Yeah, we're not waiting at all. We're shoving our way through this people.
So before you get to the front of the line here, the very large humanoid figure in front of you says, "Wait your turn," and like pushes you to the back of the line.
I gotta look at him and go, "Trust me, big fella. We're the ones he wants to see. He's been waiting for us. If you stop us from seeing him as soon as absolutely possible, he will be upset with you."
You see,
Plus, I brought him a drink.
you did bring him a drink.
Just let him know that we're here.
There's a beverage here, man. There's a beverage.
I love this. Okay, roll a persuasion check, all three of you.
Oh,
Let's see what happens. Yeah,
Oh God, I'm.
you're choosing to do this through persuasion, which is cool. Okay, it's a 9 for D1. I know, it's with your rolls tonight. 16 for Ronan.
Persuasion. Oh shit.
And that is a 9 for Griff. So,
not to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure Griff is at disadvantage because he's hammered.
Yeah, that could be
yeah, that's
a factor.
probably
Small factor.
fair. That's probably fair to make him roll with disadvantage. Yeah, roll with disadvantage, Griff. And this is just for fun, my friend. This isn't for
Oh,
any.
God.
Like, you're not getting anything taken from you.
I'm getting the just for fun. Oh shit!
Just for fun roll.
Oh God, no.
Let's see. Let's see the crit. Come on,
Oh shit!
come on, come on.
Oh God!
Oh, it's a 2.
Shit!
So Griff, you feel good. You just feel your muscles are a little tight, a little tense from arm wrestling, man. But you feel great. You earned some gold, and you're feeling quite good. The booze in here is actually really good. All of you notice that it's pretty good ale.
I'm about as tough as a pillow.
I might not be getting too drunk because I'm like half immune to it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you don't really get drunk, do you? Do you want?
I can. I've got resistance.
Is it more of like a
resistance, not immunity, right?
Yeah, gotcha. I'm gonna have to remember that. So, Ronan, you're the only one that seems to make any sense to the ogre here. And as you kind of get close enough to kind of like look up and see, yeah, thank you, D1, for that. Yeah, I got to remember that, man. I'm bad at that. You look up, you kind of like look up Ronan a little bit. You see above the kind of like the platform where the boss is, and you see that there are a couple of dwarves that are just in front of you, and they're getting ready to make their way across the floor to the boss. Actually, before you guys even have a chance to get there, but you are right in line. You're 2 people back, so you're like right there. You're gonna be able to talk to the boss like within a minute or two, as 2 dwarves begin to approach the boss. You see that they're totally totally dressed up and nicked out in noble attire. There's one of the dwarves is wearing like a really extravagant like dark purple cloak with like white hemming and stitching along the bottom, and it's like over the top like gaudy. And they get very
look like they belong here.
They do not at all look like they belong here, Ronan. As a matter of fact, they're far too clean. They have bits and pieces on their sides that you can see. These are not smart people. You wouldn't come into a place like this with just decked out, showing everybody that you have lots of money, like these 2 dwarves are very clearly doing. And they make their way up the stairs, or rather across the room, to the boss, where the boss kind of looks over. And just before the conversation, just before the dialogue between the 2 begin, that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Oh, you
because if I don't do that, then we're going to be here for like another 40 minutes. So this
perfect.
Is great. Good spot. Good job tonight, everyone. We got to like a really good spot, and we will absolutely do the boss stuff next week. We're there. So.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that was fucking great.
Awesome. So good job, guys.
Yeah,
Good job,
nice
guys.
session. That was good.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Fuck yeah, man.
guys.
Adding a bit more to this whole fucking canvas that
Yeah, there's a
laid out.
lot going on, right? A lot going on.
Shit's
All
cool,
right.
man.
Nice. All right, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing. We will see everyone next Thursday for fun stuff. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Be there. Be there.
Be there.
Thursday.
Monster Truck Rally.
All right, guys, and we are out.